slurp as I slurp my brew. I'm cool with the work I do. Clock ticks in the world.
What's up, guys? So today we're going to be visiting this koi shop here in Oakland, California. So come and join me. So once you enter the shop, you're going to be greeted by all these plants that are basically all for ponds. And of course, you'll also be greeted by this really friendly dog. They also have a big tub here that houses all the kois that are already sold. I believe these guys are just waiting to be picked up. Once you enter the main door, you'll be greeted by these big ponds that houses all of these beautiful koi fish. They come in different sizes and prices. For example, this fancy goldfish is $15 for small and $25 for big. This tosai mix is $75 for small. This Kohaku tosai is $75 for this size. I have to admit I don't have a lot of experience with koi keeping, but it's always nice to see other people's preferences. I actually have a friend who has a koi pond inside his kitchen, and it was awesome. So you guys know that I have a big tank at home and that houses angelfish, but seeing a koi pond inside someone's kitchen is just amazing. So now we're going to look at this big pond right here. This houses kois that are around 2 feet long, and they have really beautiful patterns in them. I actually don't know how old kois can get, but there's this one YouTube video I've seen, and it says that there's a 200-year-old koi that lives somewhere in Japan. So if that's true, then that's amazing. Aside from selling kois, they also have different services here, and that includes koi pond design consultation, construction, water analysis, UV engineering, and transportation logistics for the kois as well. And they also have koi disease treatments, so that is pretty cool. The most fascinating thing I've noticed about these koi is that they're very friendly to you. That gets me to thinking that maybe if the store is really busy, then the owner will let the people feed the fish. I can't even begin to describe how beautiful these guys are in person. I could say that the store is really clean. It's very straightforward, so you can just walk through a lane and then you can just see different kois on each side of the lane. They actually come in different kinds of patterns and colors. For example, this one is very brown, which I actually like, but you can barely see it because of the glare of the sun. You can tell that these fish are taken care of really nicely. They are very thick and they really have nice colorations on them. You can also see that the water is really clear and there's not a lot of algae in there. So as you can see here, these kois are actually very expensive. I remember when we were growing up in the Philippines, we would go to a market and then there would be this guy and he would go around the marketplace and he would have like little fishes inside a plastic bag that's filled with oxygen, and we would buy fish from him. And I remember because my mom loves fish keeping when we were growing up, and I actually get my hobby of fish keeping from my mom. It's so funny how things have changed over the last few years, because now that's going to be seen as animal abuse. Obviously, I don't want that to happen to any fish, but when we were kids, that's how we would get fish. That's just a little snippet of how I got into the fish keeping hobby, and I'll talk about that in the future. So as I mentioned earlier, when you look outside, there's a lot of aquatic plants here. They have a lot of tubs here with different aquatic plants, and if you look at the water, you can see that there's little fish moving in there, and those are mosquito fish. So they are actually supposed to control the population of the mosquito in the Bay Area. I actually have this little fish in one of the pond I have at home, and I'm going to make a video of that in the future as well. And as I mentioned earlier, most of these plants have adopted to live on top of the water surface. I think this is a really nice change from visiting fish stores, because this one you can actually see the fish from a top view and instead of like in an aquarium. And also the sizes of this fish are really staggering when you see them in person. I think the only thing that I don't like about the store is that it's really well hidden. That means you have to specifically know what you're looking for in order to find this store. So if you're around the Bay Area, go ahead and go to Oakland and visit East Bay Koi. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button and fish out.